I'm Amber. I'm 20 years old. I started dancing in 3rd grade. I was originally a baton twirler, which I started when I was like 3 or 4 because my older sister was in baton. And by the time I was in 3rd grade, I'd been twirling pretty much my whole life. And I was carpooling to school in the mornings with a girl who lived down the street from me, and her cousin danced at this dance studio. So we all ended up taking ballet and jazz together twice a week. And after that first year, I realized I loved dance, and baton kind of fell to the wayside a little bit, and dance became my primary outlet. I did everything that I could to take multiple classes. I convinced my mom I wanted to do solos later on. I joined the competitive dance team at my studio, but dance was kind of my life up until the end of 8th grade, and then I decided to leave dance. When I came to college, the first club I joined was nightclub, and now dance is kind of the center of my world again. So my studio was kind of a small studio when it started out, and I remember 3 distinct teachers that I had all there. And I had my favorite teachers. They were really energetic and fun, but the main studio teacher she's also one of my favorites. She was kind of really hard on me because I was a very energetic child. And in ballet, she was always saying "Femme la bouche," always, all the time, Amber, Femme la bouche, which kind of made me hate ballet, to be honest. But it was the same people in the studio. We didn't really have set dance groups or teams, but it was kind of by age. So I did dance with a lot of the same people year to year. And then the competition group started up towards the end of my time at the studio, which was the same larger group of girls, and we would do different dances, and we would end the recital at the end of the year with this huge company performance. My favorite type of dance would probably be either jazz or hip hop, or free-form contemporary lyrical. I absolutely hate ballet with a passion, and I think that's because when I was starting out dance, I just couldn't sit still for my life. So I never enjoyed the discipline of it, but I would probably go and take a class if I could just to get some of that discipline back. But I remember my jazz dances from the beginning were always my favorite. And then our studio started offering hip hop, and I took to hip hop like nobody's business. I would do all sorts of tricks, and I could freeze on my face and do handstands and all of this crazy stuff just because I loved the dance so much. I tried tap towards the end of my time at my studio. I really enjoyed it, but hip hop and jazz were always my top dances. My favorite dance that I ever did was probably my first year of tap. It was a solo to All That Jazz. And it's my favorite just because I remember getting so much positive feedback from my audience. I remember doing it at the talent show, I think it was 7th grade, and one of my friend's parents came up to me and was like, "I had no clue you could dance like that." And even though tap wasn't my favorite genre, I had so much fun learning the choreography, learning how to dance in the high-heeled tap shoes, and then performing it on stage and hearing that from the audience. It became my favorite dance. So when I'm dancing, I feel extremely free. I use it as a way of getting any emotions that's going on. If I feel really stressed out, I'll go and dance and get everything out of my system. I just feel no one can judge you when you dance because you're expressing yourself, and the movements just take control of your body. I remember last year in nightclub there was a dance that I cried on stage at the end of just because it was so cathartic as to what I was going through at that point, and I had used that dance the whole semester as a way of coping with what was happening in my life. And I remember thinking, if I can just get to practice, I'll feel a lot better. And no matter how bad I walked into dance, I would walk out feeling so much better. It's an emotional release. I feel like I'm pouring my soul out on the stage. So when I start the process of making my dances, I just sit there and I listen to the music. I will listen to the song probably 50 times before I make a single step for that dance. And I just listen to the beats and what the lyrics are. How do I feel when I'm listening to this particular song? What can I envision? Sometimes I'll have dreams where I'm teaching my dancers, And it's not even choreography I've made up yet. It's just I'm dancing. And then I'll wake up and remember those steps, and those are the steps I put on stage. But it always starts with me sitting in my room or anywhere on campus or wherever I happen to be, listening to a song on loop. I like to handpick my dancers for my dances, especially ones that have a lot of meaning to me. And when I pick dancers, I like to say I pick dancers who I think are better than me. Because I always feel that by being surrounded by people better than you, you just automatically want to do better. But I also pick my friends and people I know who can relate to what I'm doing at that given point in my dance. This dance was really easy to pick my dancers. I knew pretty much instantly once the project was approved who I wanted in my dance and why I wanted them. So nightclub is kind of my family here on campus. I've been in this club since my first semester here. I've been a choreographer since my second semester, and I've done large groups and small groups. And people come up to me and ask, like, what dances are you doing? When are you doing a large group? I want to be in your dance. Or I love your conditioning hour. Or, oh my gosh, your piece touched me so much. And it's just nice knowing that I can reach out and touch people that way on campus. And it's also nice knowing I have about 100 friends just because we're all part of the same club. Nightclub's kind of, we're the biggest club on campus. And so this dance this semester, to Lana del Ray's Dark Paradise, is really, it's going to be a cathartic sort of exploration of the past two relationships I've been in. It's about unrequited and lost love and how you cope and how you try to move on from that while dealing with everything else in your life. If you listen to the lyrics of her song, she says, every time I close my eyes, it's like a dark paradise. And that really, the first time I heard the song, it related to me on so many different levels in my life. And how do you even move on from love? How do you accept that it's gone? That's really what this dance is all about to me.